Hey guys, Invid Ninja here. Yep, I'm back from my short trip to Southampton. And what am I going to be doing as a little, well, comeback? I'm going to be playing through the other World War II combat game. And thankfully this is the last one. World War II Combat Iwo Jima. Which I stated in an earlier video as being worse than Road to Berlin. And most people probably thought that wasn't possible, but oh well, here goes nothing. There was a lot of problems with Iwo Jima that Road to Berlin thankfully didn't have. Road to Berlin was somewhat playable, despite it probably being one of the most generic and boring shooters I've ever played in my life. Iwo Jima, on the other hand, has an unfair difficulty curve, annoying parts where you have to go through minefields, and yes, they are instant kill, of course. Not to mention all of the problems that plagued Road to Berlin, including no health packs, unfair checkpoints, and, well, the game, once again, is just not exactly very fun. And I swear the loading times in this game are much longer than in Road to Berlin. There are some improvements though, although the graphics engine is pretty much exactly the same, it does look slightly, and I mean slightly better. Plus there is the occasional cutscene with voice acting, although to be fair the voice acting is very dire, but oh well, better than nothing I suppose. And yes, all of these Marines magically disappear. And there's no point in even having them, so I'm just going to kill them. Because I'm such a nice guy. And they barely end up shooting at enemies anyway, so... Yes, I know, I've gone AWOL already, and I'm not even 2 minutes in. Anyway. And as you've probably noticed, I'm not at full health, mainly because, for some reason, the game has started with that weapons glitch in which I don't have the main weapon I'm supposed to have in this level. On the flip side though, at least I've got a huge amount of ammo for each gun, and the BAR doesn't make you walk slowly anymore, and it's much easier to use, and therefore actually a decent weapon. I have a very similar game to this, which I showed in my PC collection, a much older World War II shooter just called World War II Elite Forces Iwo Jima, which is kind of like an older version of these games. It's still a bad game, yes, but it has a certain charm to it, like an old DOS game.
Sarge told me to watch for these Japanese signs, which means there are mines and you don't want to go there. These signs have been marked by some of our boys who partially cleared the minefield, at least enough for someone who's careful.
Yes, Captain Obvious, I'm aware I'm about to walk into a bloody minefield, especially when the cutscene itself displayed a sign saying, oh, I don't know, mines ahead. Ugh. God, I swear this game was built for idiots. I mean, seriously, as much as I love obscure games, and especially World War II games, and as much as these games are somewhat playable, you know, don't you think at this point in time, 2006, when these games were made, people would have already bought copies of Call of Duty 1 and 2? I mean, if you have a decent PC, those games are so easy to find for cheap that you might as well buy those. Which makes these games entirely pointless, though I've got to admit they are kind of curious little trinkets of PC gaming on the internet. That's why I for some reason like these budget games. No matter how bad they are, they just draw you into the abyss of generic blandness. Still. And yes, one user has commented, yes, I do know that there are bonus objectives throughout the level, as I explained in the earlier video on Road to Berlin, but I'm not going to collect them. Why? Because all they do is, like I said, unlock trivia, and therefore they're entirely pointless. If they did things like unlock levels and stuff, then that would be really cool, but sadly the game doesn't do that. Oh yeah, another problem with the difficulty in this game is there are gun emplacements in this game. And what do? They knock off health faster than any of the opponents in the game, and it's so irritating, because they can drain your health in a matter of seconds, if not maybe 1 or 2. And it's very irritating because half the time you can barely hit them, and the hit detection is so poor on them. Which makes trying to get past them, especially in later levels, really, really difficult for no good reason. Mind you, the sign of a bad game is an unfair difficulty curve. And I like challenging games too, but when a game does it just because of the really stupid gameplay mechanics, it becomes a tiresome chore of a game. I have to admit, the AI is a bit better in this game as well, but again, not by much. So now I have to go up to this door while avoiding this gun emplacement, which is very annoying. Suppressing fire occasionally helps, and you can just destroy the gun emplacement, but it's very hard to do so, and again, it's very tiresome. Anyway, I think I'm near the end of the first level. I think I have to blow up something else. Yeah, I do have to destroy this AA gun, I think. I've played through this game a lot less than Road to Berlin, so because Road to Berlin I don't mind playing. This game annoys the hell out of me sometimes. In fact, no, it annoys the hell out of me all the time. Alright, let's watch this thing blow up in amazing visuals. Hooray! So yeah, that was the first mission of World War II Combat, Iwo Jima. You know what? This should have been a trilogy. Why? Because for some reason I think it's kind of cool when everything has a trilogy. Even though it seems that every movie these days has to be in a trilogy now. You know, they keep saying, oh, we're going to make a trilogy, and then they only make a first movie that is completely unsuccessful. How this became a sequel, I really don't know. Anyway, that was Mission 1, guys, so Invid Ninja signing off for now.